consideration and reviewing the current eligibility guidelines, I am officially declaring myself a WNBA prospect. If simply declaring who you are is all that's required, then I meet every single requirement necessary to compete in the WNBA. My team and I have carefully examined the WNBA's eligibility criteria and governing framework surrounding self-identification and inclusion.
Well, it sure seems like former NBA player Enes Kanter Freedom is ready to call the WNBA's bluff because he says he's officially putting his name into the upcoming WNBA draft. In that video posted to his X account, Kanter says he and his team reviewed the league's eligibility criteria and believes that if those guidelines are applied as written, he should have no issue being allowed to compete in the WNBA. Kanter, who played 11 NBA seasons, is the first high-profile former NBA player to publicly take this step in an apparent effort to test whether the WNBA will stand by its stated policies of inclusivity. As Kanter put it, "I'm simply asking that the current rules be applied equally to everyone, the same rules that many WNBA players and coaches have publicly advocated for." Kanter also said he's not trying to mock or make fun of any community. Regardless, this move is almost certain to spark plenty of debate. But what do you guys think? Should the WNBA allow Kanter to enter the draft if he meets the league's eligibility requirements, or should the league reject his application?
Good numbers. Portland will call time after this.
Will be very, very physical.
And this will be a challenge for Aminu, who starts out taking Kanter. Kanter spins baseline.
Substitute. You'll see how the subs are when they come in.
Kanter takes it to the middle and puts it up and in. Kanter against Davis once again. Shot clock at 10.
Kanter won't pass it. I'm going to tell you that right now. Every time. Blazers got to help out a little because I said he doesn't pass the basketball.
And Kanter is 5 for 6 and has 11 points.
They've got to look up court against this bigger team.
Kanter, jumper from the outside, hits again.
They had all the guys inside.
Morrow's three short. Kanter lost the rebound off of Morrow out of bounds.
Now, do they know they have 5 seconds?
I think maybe. Waiters tries a three. Kanter the catch and scores at the horn. And that'll 28 that he set a few games ago against Boston. Kanter floats it up and in. Chief tries a three. It's off. And Adams may be about to test my theory in terms of not everyone about CJ is. And we've talked about this some as Kanter buries a three and then does some talking to the Blazer bench, picking up the foul. Kanter backing down on Davis. Davis buys the head fake and gets the and one. Anything desperately serious, but a chance to clinch a playoff spot tonight. And there's another bucket for the Thunder. Head Harkless, 3-on-3. Harkless poked away, stolen.
Boy, once again, he had guards wide open.
Kanter lays it up and in.
Hey, so okay, so boom, check this out. So Enes Kanter Freedom, former NBA big man, 6'10", 250 plus pounds, woke up yesterday, stretched, and declared himself a WNBA prospect. Like, and I need y'all to understand, this is not me just like exaggerating for content. This man really said, quote, he meets every requirement necessary. Every requirement? My guy, you played center in the NBA for years. You was out there like wrestling Shaq size dudes, like grown men in the paint, and now you want to pick and roll with, nah, man. And look, we all know what he's doing, right? Look, let's not act brand new. The man is clearly trolling, or is he? This is a whole stunt, right? He's out here doing a bit for the timeline, and the timeline, low key, ate it up. Not gonna lie. 1.5 million views. The engagement farmers took notes, bro. They taking notes. But here's my thing, though, right? The WNBA said nothing. Not a statement, not a press release, not even a little emoji. And honestly, that's the coldest response possible. You feel me? Because what you going to say to a 6'10" dude talking about he's a prospect. There's no email template for that. HR don't cover that. Silence was the only move, and they executed it flawlessly. No cap. And it's crazy because, like, real quick, this is the same energy as Kai Cenat and Soulja Boy, right? I mean, like the whole arc of the summer, somebody does the most, the other side says the least, and the quiet one wins every single time, right? Silence is undefeated, actually, in 2026. Undefeated. So look, I ain't gonna hold y'all long. Enes, my guy, delete the post. Hit the Legends game circuit. Be great over there. And chat, be honest with me real quick. What's the most delusional I can do that take you ever had? Drop it in the comments below. Keep it a buck, though. Mine involved a drunk contest and a pulled hamstring. We can talk about it later, though. But it's the Clout Report, where the clout gets counted, bro. Hey, every requirement, bro. But hey, before I get out of here, let me try to tackle some of this real quick. I think I understand what Mr. Freedom is doing, and I think it's going to put the WNBA in a tough spot. It's going to make them have to acknowledge some biological framework to their requirements that they probably don't have, right? So he's going to force their hand to make that part of their rules. I get it. They have to either do that or let him join the league. But both, I mean, 1 to 2 has to happen. So I think that's where this is headed. But what are your thoughts? What do you think the rationale is? What do you think his reasoning for this is? What do you think they're going to do? What do you think the WNBA will eventually do? Do you think they'll acknowledge his requests? You think they'll make some rule changes? I think they'll ultimately make some rule changes. I mean, what's the alternative? You're going to let them in the league? I mean, that's the low-hanging fruit. Just change the rules. And, anyway, it's the Clout Report where clout gets counted. But I will see you all in the next one. Be safe. Peace.